Thank you. Heather is going to pass around tickets for everybody to take one because we're going to have it on. Our esteemed guest has written a book and it's a fabulous read. When I moved to San Diego in 1984, I joined the downtown Coal Banker office, and the fellow that was the resident manager, he hired athletes. And I thought, God, this guy, he likes sports or something with him. But I found out later we had a fellow that played for Notre Dame, one was on the USC National Championship football team. And later I figured out, well, he hires athletes because they're so dedicated, focused, confident, they have character, they're good team players. And I learned that that's what's the phenomenon of the athlete. And our guest speaker today exudes those qualities in spades. I'm so excited to have our guest speaker today, Ruppert Jones. He's an 11-year Major League Baseball player. He played for San Diego, the Seattle Mariners, San Diego Padres, California Angels, Detroit Tigers, and also the New York Yankees. He won a World Series ring playing for the Detroit. When he was playing for the Yankees, he collided, and they were playing the Oakland A's. He collided into the outfield wall, he was an outfielder, and injured his shoulder. He rehabbed over the winter, I believe, and he thought that was it. But what happened was he received a traumatic brain injury. And he had it for 30 years before he realized what he had. And it created quite a challenge for him in his life. And that was the genesis of a book that he's written called Never Give Up. And I'm humbled, and on behalf of Branch of Santa Fe Rotary, we welcome as our guest speaker, Ruppert Jones.
How much time do I have? Okay. Now, you said never give up about 4 or 5 times a few years ago. I don't know if you know that was the name of my book. That's the name of my book. Never give up. If I'm all over the place, you guys forgive me. I don't prepare speeches. I just say what comes to my mind. And the first thing that came to my mind today was I got something in the book called angels. We all have angels in our lives. And the more I hear you guys talk, the more I realize that all of you folks are angels too, whether you realize it or not. All the good you do for other people, that person basically is being blessed. Okay? The 17, 18-year-old kids who are about to go out and leave the foster home, they're receiving funds, they're being blessed. So this gives them hope. Hope is something that's very important. Hope. I always write, once you choose hope, all things are possible. A lot of folks, you said hope. We have to choose hope. Because if we don't choose it, it don't come to us. People think, somebody's blessed and somebody has certain privileges and somebody has all of this. That's because they chose hope and they hold on to it. Even when it's dark, they hold on to that hope. That's what got me through where I was able to write this book. I faced some dark and difficult times in my life. But somewhere along the line, I chose hope. I was always positive. Like you said, I'm a kid. I was always positive. I was the only child. I had no brothers, no sisters. And I left Texas when I was 12 years old. And I moved to Berkeley, California. So can you imagine leaving Tyler, Texas, and moving to Berkeley, California in 1967? Well, that's my life. But I was always strong enough where I just always managed to make it. My mother, my father, my stepfather, they worked hard, so he really didn't have time to police me. So I was more or less latchkey kid. You guys heard that phrase, haven't you? I'm one of the rich girls. But I had sports, and sports was very important. sports basically kept me from getting in all kinds of trouble. And I look at kids today and I realize a lot of them don't realize how important sports is. Sports, everybody's not gonna be a professional athlete. But sport teaches how to get along with people, how to interact with people, how to form a team together. You guys are a team. But these are learned behaviors over the years of forming a team and working within a structure. And sports teaches kids that. Also the discipline and the hard work that it takes to be good. I coached kids for about 3 years. Drove my wife crazy. But I coached for 3 years. I had a nice time. I really enjoyed myself. But after the 3 years was up, yeah, I knew it was time for me to leave. As I said, it's gonna be all over the place, so you guys just follow me. This book here, I wrote with pencil and paper. I'm not a computer whiz. I don't type. My hands and my brain don't work together, so I don't type. So consequently, I have to write it with pencil and paper. And if you see my writing, you would go crazy. I got scratch marks all over the place. As a matter of fact, I can't read my own writing. When I transcribed the book to my wife, she would put it on the computer, and I would look at my writing. Is that right there? Look at the writing. But eventually it came out. Took me 6, 7 years to do this. I started in 2012 and I finished in 2018. I had to find somebody to, of course, clean it up for me. Took me a couple years to find a guy, my co-writer, Brian Gibson, to clean it up. But when I interviewed him, I had talked with other writers, and they all had their own way of how they wanted to write the book. So when I met Ryan, I said, Ryan, it's important that this book sounds like me. I don't want this book to sound like you. It's okay. So when you read this book, it's gonna sound like me. You're gonna say, I met that guy, he talked the same way he talked. But Brian said, okay. So after the first copy, we showed Ryan read it. He said, okay, I want you to go through, look through it, write it again, change the things. Okay. So Betty and I, we went through it again, made a few changes, gave it to Ryan. Ryan read it, looked at it. He said, okay, go through it again. Make some more changes. Okay. I had been prepared that, whoever I worked with was going to be difficult. But this guy was making me write this book again. So Betty and I went through it again. We changed a few more things. Also, a couple other things happened along the way that came to my mind, so consequently, and we subtracted. Ryan got it, looked at it. He said, okay, I want you to go through one more time. So we wrote this book 3 times. But each time, the product got better. And it got better. Also, a lot of things crystallized in my brain because my brain is kind of, so it kind of crystallized. And a lot of moments that happened, all of a sudden, I realized, okay, I can write this out. I can take this out. This not important. This is, and this is what it became. I sold insurance. I played baseball for 11 years, 12 years, major league. I sold insurance for 29 years. Took me 7 years, 8 years to write this book. This is my most proud accomplishment. I played in the World Series, I played in the All-Star games. But once you go inside yourself and you dig up, you gotta dig up. I say dig too, because you gotta dig up stuff. But I recommend it anybody to go through your life, actually go through it. you'll be surprised what you come up with, who you are. We think we're somebody, we think we're this person, but until you start writing it down and start recapturing it, you realize, wow, I'm not that person, I'm somebody else. Over the years, I became somebody else. I'm not the same boy that came out of Tyler, Texas with Rotary. When I met my wife, I became a different person. I was becoming a different person before I met her. But when I met her, she made me a better person. And I can honestly say that I've gotten better over the years. What I write in this book is I'm pretty transparent. The good, the bad, the ugly, I'm pretty transparent. I don't try to hold any punches back because I figure I can help people. So if I'm gonna help somebody, I gotta tell the truth. Okay? I gotta tell the truth. Because when they read it, they'll know it's the truth because they can identify with it. They can identify with it. Okay? The year 2011, 2012, the movie Concussion came out. I did not watch the movie right away when it first came out. I had just started the process of writing my book. But finally, I took Eddie and I, we sit down, we read the movie. Actually, we bought the movie. I bought the movie, we sit down, we watched it. And I cried the whole movie. I cried the whole movie because I related to it so well. All the pain that these individuals in that movie experienced, I experienced. When people were surprised about Junior Seau, I was not surprised about Junior Seau. Okay? Because I knew if he was dealing with what I was dealing with, I knew what he was doing. So I wasn't surprised. A lot of folks are because they see Junior and they see he's a successful football player. Junior had some things going on in his head that the average person don't experience. And they can't relate to. But I could. One guy in the movie said, he was talking, he said, the voices. And that's the voices that drone on and on and on and on in your brain. It's like you can't shut your brain down. I actually haven't slept in 40 years, a whole night. I sleep for 3-4 hours a time. Other than that, I'm drove her crazy. Drove her crazy. When I can I tell you the story about you, what you did to me? I got to get permission. So, after about a month together, I was sleeping, and she hits me in the ribs, real hard. So what you do that for? She said, you stop breathing. I said, what? She said, you stop breathing. Okay. About another hour later, she got me like this. And now I can't breathe. So I wake up, I said, what you? She said, you stop breathing. So maybe I was doing this my whole, for a long time, didn't know, but I finally found out. At nighttime, I actually stopped breathing when I slept. Okay. I suffer from the brain injury in so many different ways. My right eye, I have astigmatism. Imagine finding out you can't see out your right eye. You go take your driver's test, you're taking the eye chart, and they cover your eye up, and you just read the chart, and then they cover this eye up, and you say, oh no, I can't see. This eye here, I got astigmatism. It's like, I don't see one eye. This is the side of my brain that I brains for war. Over the years, all these things started getting worse. I always tell people when something broke, it's broke. You know, they can repair it, they can try to put it together, but it's broke. It'll never be the same. So don't ever think that it's gonna be able to be the same once you break it. You're gonna have to live with it. Just like COVID. You know, everybody tried to do it, you're gonna have to live with it. I live with things that you know, I gotta live with. My brain sometimes, you know, not functioning properly, or I have problems with my motor skills, my fine motor skills. Of course, all these things materialize over years. So can you imagine living and not knowing all these things going on? And going, how come I can't do this? Why can't I do this? Well, there's a reason why. But I never gave up, which is why, well, actually, I was going to name this book, I Am Not Alone, because when I found out that other people had what I had, I realized I'm not alone. So that was going to be the title of the book. But as I kept reading it, and I kept rewriting it, I said, no, that's not the appropriate title. The appropriate title is Never Give Up. Never give up. You might not understand, but if you give up, you never will. In order to understand something, you can't give up. Okay? Like the kids you guys give help to at the foster home. They don't understand where it's coming from, but they got hope that it's coming. Okay? They got hope that it's coming. So when it comes, that fuels their hope. That fuels their hope where, okay, then they can hope more because their hope their hopes was not answered. You answered their hopes for that period of time, okay, so now they can hope some more. I talked about three things that is in the Bible. Three things that faith, hope, and love. And they are very necessary in our life. Because faith is blind. Faith is something that's blind. We don't even see it, but we believe something's good gonna happen. I mean, we truly believe something good is gonna happen. We don't know it, but we know that something good is gonna happen. We live in the greatest country in the world. We got a country full of angels. Full of angels. We help people, we do more things for people than any other country would imagine. Uganda. Where is Uganda? Do you know what Uganda is? But we do, but we just give. Don't let nobody tell you that this country's not good. This is a great country. I was born in 1955. I'm from Tyler, Texas. I can tell you, it's a great country. Okay? So they said I had 20 minutes? 45. Okay. I could open. I tell you what, we got some tickets, raffle tickets out there. I bought this book just for that occasion. So, yes, ma'am.
I'd like to just interrupt you 1 second before you go on with the raffle of the book, which is very exciting. But could you, in a nutshell, tell us what happened to you?
What happened to me?
When you hit the wall.
Okay, I'll tell you what happened. I was a center fielder. I say center field because center field he's a different outfielder. He's not a right fielder, he's not a left fielder. He's a center fielder. I chase fly balls. That's what I do. And I love doing it. And I worked hard at learning how to chase fly balls. And I used to catch fly balls that a lot of guys couldn't catch. But I knew how to catch them. I knew what to do. I knew how to get it. That's how I got hurt. I thought I could catch everything that came to center field. I took I took offense. The ball came to center field and I didn't catch it. I took offense. So one night we in the Oakland, and well, I'll build a story here. Tommy Jones, our pitcher. Tommy Jones is a single ball pitcher. He throws the ball and the ball sticks. He goes like Randy Jones. Tommy Jones, if you know Randy Jones, then you know Tommy Jones. They throw sinkers. Tommy wanted to play everybody in right center field. Well, the week before, late in the season, Tommy's sinker's not sinking, so he's kind of going up there and staying flat. Got a 10 off on it. So the week before, I caught 3 fly balls from a guy named Gorman Thomas. I'm playing in right center field. I got to go to left center field. Left center field was 460 feet. So I'm running from right center field to left center field. I caught 3 fly balls off Gorman Thomas' bat at the wall, 460 feet away. So the following week, we go into Oakland. Tommy Armours is the hitter of the Oakland. He has this like Gorman Thomas. If you don't throw the ball in there, it don't sink, he's gonna kill it. So first inning, Tommy throws his sinker. As soon as it left his arm, I started running towards left center field. I didn't wait till the guy hit it, because I knew he was gonna kill it. So I started running towards left center field. I got to the ball, but in Oakland, the field is only 385. It's not 460. So when I got there, I caught it and I hit the wall. And I woke up 12 hours later in the hospital. Okay. Now this is 1980. They didn't know, they didn't head injuries. They were more concerned with my broke shoulder than my head. And so basically there was nothing ever diagnosed or anything said about my head. As I said, once it's broke, it's broke. Over the years, the brokenness starts showing up more and more. And I got progressively worse over the years.
So that wasn't your last day of playing when you hit the wall?
I actually played 7 years more.
And that was before the days when they padded those balls.
I was the reason why they started padding the walls.
There you go.
Okay? But I played 7 years after that. But I was never the same. That's how talented I was, though. I was able to play broke. No, ma'am, I'm not gonna buy. You got a question?
Oh, no, sorry, I was stretching.
Okay, you got another question?
But so once you hit that ball, what you paranoid about? More so aware that you were, like a receiver in football. Once they get hit hard, or it's harder for them to catch a ball, right? Because they feel that guy coming. Once you hit the wall like that, did it make you more paranoid to?
Nope.
No.
I wasn't that smart. Well, think about it. I'm facing Noah around. He's going 200 miles per hour. You know what I mean? So he can punch my lights out anytime. I play the game, when baseball comes down, it's coming hard. So consequently, once you get that fear in you, you can't do what you got to do. Yes, ma'am.
So we heard, especially with concussion, a lot more about football than baseball.
Yes.
Can you give me some statistics or just an idea of how much TBI there actually is in baseball? Because I didn't even think that sport had TBI.
Okay. Actually, they don't really, they really hadn't even thought about it. Okay? They hadn't even thought about it. I'll give you some, I got a couple of stories in the book. Well, I got one story in the book. Kirby Puckett. Kirby Puckett's baseball player. Got hit in the eye. Well, that's the brain. He was never the same. Tony Conigliaro played in the 60s for the Boston Red Sox. He got hit in the eye. His career was never the same. Kirby Puckett died at age 45 from a brain injury. Tony Conigliaro died at age 45. Okay? But they still didn't connect, you know, the dots still have been connected. But of course, since I've lived through something similar, I kind of like to understand. Because they both their personalities change. That's nothing about the brain injuries. The personality change. The people around you know it, but you don't. Can you imagine? Everybody know your secret, but you don't know. Yes, ma'am.